So my advice to anyone who's unhappy and wishes to be happy, wishes to be happier, you have to work on, I would say, the three eyes or the one eye, and not the one eye as in I as in you, but the three eyes as in you want to work on, let's say, your income. That's first and foremost. People say money can't buy happiness. Uh, those people have money. Either they have money or they don't have money, which is, really plain binary. But naturally, people, it's not true. You could definitely buy happiness with money, particularly with an income. Okay, that means that if you have money regularly coming in, preferably passive income, but if you have money regularly coming in, you may well be a little bit happier. When you don't have money coming in, when you're draining your savings, or even worse, when you don't even have savings, life can be pretty miserable. Life can be, if you will, not living hell, mostly because hell is imaginary, right? But it can be pretty brutal. So you definitely want to work on having an income, particularly a passive income, so you can go days, if not weeks, without working. One thing I've done, now I don't necessarily have my passive income together, and that's why sometimes I get um, a little bit concerned, a little bit stressed. Remember that money is a stressor, okay? Money is going to stress you. Not having money, particularly losing money, particularly the cost of things, these things will stress you. So you want to work on having an income. After you have your income, you also want to worry about your inheritance. What you will leave, like your inheritors, sorry. So right now, for instance, I have a son. My intention is to leave him with 100%, well, not 100%, but a good percentage of everything I have. Do I have much? No. And can I leave him with everything I have? No. So one of the things that I do have is this big house in Tanzania. Okay, I cannot leave that to my son. Okay, because he's not a Tanzanian citizen. Neither am I. So my wife has it, and because my wife has it, she can leave it for her son because she has a son outside of me, which is, maybe I should have, maybe I shouldn't have. It is what it is. Part of me wanted my son to have a brother faster than I could produce one. Part of me also realizes, well, I might have just, taken away my son's inheritance. But either way, when my wife gets pregnant and she has a child with me, then I would have an inheritor. And the idea is to give to this inheritor the intelligence, the wisdom, the discipline, the charm, the strength, the personality, everything that I want for an inheritor, somebody to manage my money. If you don't have, like even for my son right now, part of his education, part of his schooling is so that he becomes a better man and is able to do more and be more. And that also gives me some happiness. Now, why is an inheritor and your investment, if you will, why is an inheritor so important for your happiness? Well, sometimes life feels a little empty without having a purpose. And one of your purposes is to continue your genetic line and make your genetic line that much better. A lot of times we clown about, hey man, this person's not a self-made millionaire. He's, there's no such thing as a self-made millionaire. Everybody has to, yeah, okay. More important, more accomplished is for your son to be a millionaire. Okay? Your son to be a millionaire based off of what you've given them to succeed in life. Because what you're doing now is your grandchildren are being successful. Your great-grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren. You are securing your line. You're securing the line of your parents. Preferably better than they did for you, but if they did well for you, maybe not. And if they did well for you, they're going to be celebrated by you. If they didn't do well for you, you may curse them, like so many around us. So the last I would be impact. And that's another thing that really concerns me, because right now, like I said, my life is really, really good. I don't have to work. I don't need to work. I sometimes work, just to have more money in the bank. Right now, my son's doing pretty well in school. Not the best. He could do better, but I'm pushing him and I'm working on it. What's the problem with this is this idea of you not having impact on society, right? Or not having impact to get things moving in a better direction in this country. So, like right now, I'm passing by a school. The school has an impact on the children of the future, on the workers of the future, on the leaders of the future. Me, sometimes I spend most of the day indoors, sometimes programming, sometimes gaming, honestly, sometimes reading, sometimes writing. That's not having an impact on anyone outside of me, for the most part. And that can also, day after day, night after night, that can also lead to some unhappiness. Because we as human beings, we're an animal. We're one of the animals of the realm, but we're not supposed to be isolated and societally useless, if you will. One of the things I teach my sons, because I basically am the father to the both boys, right? One thing I teach my sons, and soon my daughter, actually, recently I paid for my wife's niece to go to school, and so she'll be joining us, and I'll try to impart with her the same sort of lessons, which is honesty, usefulness, and helpfulness. That's what you want for somebody to be: honest, useful, and helpful. And that's the kind of things that for impact, essentially. Now, all of this is to say, all of these really address the ultimate key to happiness, which is addressing insecurity, right? Insecurity. You want to have security. You want to secure your life and secure your future. And you can do that through essentially, this income, this impact, and of course, your inheritors. However, if there's anything else that's missing, and it's a security thing, like I told you guys, I also write books. One of the books I'm writing is called, one of the books I wrote is called Ongalifu. Go look at the link in the description. Check it out, okay? Purchase the book and read it. Basically, if you feel like you're not happy enough, or if you feel like you want to be happier, that's the kind of literature to check out. In the meantime, Kwaheri, or Shemi Motep, Uncle Johnson Neb, I'm in my At Dua Netra.